Hi, I'm Summer. Welcome to today's practice. This is yoga for desk workers. Most of us spend a good amount of time at a keyboard, slumped over, looking at a screen. So this is really modern day yogi practice. I'm so happy to have you here. We'll need a wall space for a little bit of warm up. You can use whatever you have around you. And if you're at your office, lock the door and give yourself this little stretch of time to come back to your body and great posture. So we're going to start with one hand on the wall. You want to make sure you're spreading your fingers and the hand is at the height of the shoulder there. Right inside, make sure all 10 toes are straight ahead. We're really finding mountain pose. Firm your thighs, scoop your tailbone under, and send your floating ribs back. If you have any injury in your shoulder or tightness, you can take your hand a little bit higher than the shoulder level. Now begin to rotate your feet about 1/4 degree away from where you started. Push the wall away and lift your chest. Bright inner body, steady breath. You could stay, or one more time, you'll quarter turn your feet now to the center, pressing the wall away as you lift bright through your side body. Smile across your chest, even take your left shoulder kind of up and back. If you have the ability to reach the left arm behind you so you can engage your upper back strength as you turn away. Final breath. This is a great pectoral stretch. You'll turn your way back to starting point. And now come closer to the wall, either all the way as you reach your right arm straight up, or if that shoulder is a little stiffer, you can move away an inch or two. So now think of a clock. You'll start to take your right fingertips towards 1 o'clock. And if I give a cue that your body can't do, back it up. And remember, you can step farther away. Press down into the ground, root down to rise up through the crown. Scoop the tailbone down and in and send your ribs back. Same things as the first position. And then perhaps start to move your way towards 2 o'clock. Now, if we're tighter here, we might meet some restriction. Your body will try to turn to the wall. Resist it. Breathe. And finally, if you have the freedom to move to 3 o'clock, otherwise just inch down maybe a little tiny bit. And you're resisting your chest away from the wall. Now let's take the free arm around the front of the body so you can hold the back ribs and gently bring them forward. Root down to rise up. Meet it with breath. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. You're opening your energy. Relax your arm down now and just take a moment. This is my favorite thing. Stretch your arms out and see if that arm isn't longer. It's always kind of far out. All right, bring your left hand to the wall at the height of the shoulder. Get bright inside. Let the sides of the body lengthen. Take your head back a little like you're sipping a beverage. Quarter turn your feet away. Push the wall away so you get that engagement. We want to feel the head of the arm bone going up and back, and the shoulder blade, the scapula, engaged, pressing on the back like a hand nestled there. And one more option to turn the feet a little bit more so you're now eventually facing all the way to the middle. And with your free arm, bring it behind you. Draw the right shoulder up and back as well. Deep breath. And you'll notice a difference usually from left to right side. Just take note. You might stay a little longer on your tighter side. After your exhalation, return back to starting, and we'll come close to the wall with the hip and the arm reaches up to 12 o'clock. Bright inside, root to rise. Start to creep your fingers to 11 o'clock. Now you could bring your hand flat on the wall, or you might jazz it up a little, come on the fingertips. I find that gives a deeper stretch, and it also helps the integration. The arm bone integrates. Crawl your way towards 10 o'clock perhaps. And now let's reach the free arm around the front to hold the back of your left rib cage and gently bring it forward. We're never forcing our way. We're just discovering what's here on this side. And finally, the left arm moving its way towards 9 o'clock-ish. Whatever that looks like for you, you're in freedom here. Breathe. And slow release. Do a little measure check. Oh yeah, we're getting closer, right? All right, come now to all fours, please. From this placement of clear tabletop, push the floor away. Inhale, lift your tailbone, roll through your spine, look up. Try to broaden your collarbones here. And as you exhale and round, start at your tailbone and push the floor away through your hands. Pull the belly back. Inhale again, start at your tailbone. Let the whole spine respond. Wide collarbones, look up. Open up the throat area. One more time, scoop at the end of the spine, and then slowly you work your way to your head, rounding. Now work your way to a neutral tabletop position. Inhale, reach your right arm up and follow with your eyes. Exhale, place the right arm down. Inhale, left arm up, wide wings. Exhale, down. One more side to side. This is thoracic mobility, and you're keeping your knees down, your hip points down to the ground. Now we'll go to the right arm again. Reach it up, inhale, and this time we thread the arm under on the exhale. So you're bringing, again, more mobility into this part of the spine that tends to get stickier, your mid-back. Take a few breaths here. You might rock your hips left and right, and then next time they pop to the right, hold that. Bring your left fingertips a little bit more overhead on the sticky mat. You might prop on your fingertips there. And turn open with your eyes. Feel that you're pressing the floor away. Deep breath. Now we're going to unravel. Plant your left hand flat. Inhale, reach your right arm up, big stretch. And then circle the arm forward and around and flip the hand. So you can either go halfway, fingers to the side of the mat, or all the way, fingers point to the knee. Inhale, slowly open up. This is great for the wrist and the collarbone. Exhale as you round, grip a little bit through your hand as if you're holding a jar lid. Inhale again, open up. Exhale, round, press through the palm, the knuckle mounds, the finger pads, and the neutral spine. Pick up your hand and vigorously shake it out. Good circulation here. Place your tabletop. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale to thread it under. Come on the left shoulder, left head. Now you can always put a folded blanket under your head if this is difficult to get this low. Rock your hips a few times, right and left, and then hold as you move left. That's going to align your spine really nicely. Come forward a little bit more with your right hand, propping on the fingertips. And you're making a peekaboo window to gaze up to the sky here. Breathe. Press the floor away. Final breath. Plant your right hand clearly down, push down, reach and unravel your left arm high, then circle it forward like someone's pulling your wrist. Then begin to turn the hands to the side or all the way, fingers to the knee. Do what feels best for your body today. On your in-breath, find your dog tilt, more of a back bend. On your out-breath, find your rounded cat. Inhale, gripping with your hand. Protects the forearm, the wrist. Exhale, scoop and round. And then finding that more neutral form, pick up your hand to give it a solid shake out there. Next up is puppy dog pose. This is excellent for your chest and shoulder opening. So we're going to stack hips over knees and reach the arms forward. This is a warm-up for downward dog. And as a standalone, just a great pose you could do anytime.
As you reach arms overhead, come on your fingertips and make sure your hands are shoulder distance, even outer shoulder distance if you're tighter. And if you need even more space, go wider, right? You're not limited there. You can go to a V. Resting your forehead down either on the floor, or if you need to, put a folded blanket underneath. You could raise the ground up. Take a few breaths here. This is now getting into your chest area, your arms, which can get tight when we're seated all day. If you want to jazz it up here, you might play with lifting your head and bringing your chin more to the ground. Still work to lift the underside of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, so that you're engaged in your upper back for this deeper part of the stretch. Breathe. So I'll take one more breath, wherever you're working. And now move your way towards child's pose. Stay reaching with your arms. Just sink back, hips to heels. And you can widen your knees if you need. You could hover your hips off your heels if you need to modify. Then join the hands in prayer down the middle of your sticky mat. You could stay there or bend the elbows. Your fingertips point either to the sky or thumbs come to your upper back. And you might even be able to move your elbows away from your hips a little more. This is a nice stretch for your shoulders, your upper back, your triceps. Take one more breath. Now, keeping your fingers together, interlace your fingers, create a tripod. You can even come forward a little bit if you're at the back of the mat, but get long through your side body. So shrug your shoulders to your ears, and a couple times just go up and down with your heart, with your upper chest. And then the next time you melt, hold that, but don't collapse. Equally push the floor away. So you're creating safety in your shoulder joints. Tuck your toes, take a breath in, get a smile on your face, and then exhale, lift your knees, lift your hips. This is similar to the pose downward facing dog. You're going to come either to walk closer in as you come on the ball mounds of the feet, or to modify, take your feet as wide as your sticky mat and even bend your knees. So your head and neck are hanging. You're working to lift your seat more and more to the sky. This is strengthening your upper body, decompressing your spine. You're upside down. This is great for just clearing your head, getting playful. Deep breath. Push the floor away. Lift your hips. One more breath. Great strengthening work. And then you'll lower your knees down and just come to sit upright. Now reach your right arm up. Bend the arm like you're scratching your back, and with your left hand, hold the elbow and gently guide it back. You could stay there, pushing up into your hand, or if it's available, reach your left arm behind you and clasp your fingers, or you can grip your shirt. If you do have access to a strap or something like that, a scarf can work. You can dangle it from the right hand downward. Pull against the hands. Stretch your elbows wide. Notice if your head is forward. Take it back. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And release, and we'll switch sides. Circle your arms around. The left arm is going to scratch the back, if you will. Just do what you can. I'm going to angle a little bit differently so you can see. With the top right hand, you'll guide the arm not only back, but you can even turn the arm in. So the outer arm turns to the nose. That's external rotation. And we press down and reach up. You could stay working there or see if it's available. Both are great, right? One's not necessarily better than the other. This is Go Mukha, the cow face. Go is cow, Mukha's face. So this is the upper arm portion of that pose. Pull against the hands, stretch your elbows wide. Breathe. Open your body from the inside out.
When you change your posture, you change the mindset, your mood, your emotional self. You start to feel more empowered to stand upright, to take in more oxygen and clear carbon dioxide, right? You're living, breathing as vital as you can. Slowly release. Do some shoulder rolls up, back, and down 3 times. Beautiful. From here, we're coming onto the belly, and you're going to take your right arm out to the side, palm down at the height of the shoulders, similar to the wall, and then roll onto your outer right hip. Now, for some of us, it would be good to put something under the head. You can use whatever you have, or you could let your head hang. It's wherever you're comfortable, really. And then either stack your legs or go on to step your left foot on the floor behind you. With your left arm, dangle it behind your back body. So gravity is helping you roll the shoulder back, and you'll feel strength in your upper back. To counterbalance sitting at the desk all day, we want to strengthen our upper back muscles and stretch the muscles at the front of the chest. Now, if this is a lot, stay here. I'm going to offer one more variation. You'll come back to the belly and bring your right arm into a bent cactus and then enter the same positioning. This is going to just move the stretch a little bit deeper into the chest line. Meet it with breath. Press the floor away through your arm. And slowly release. Left arm to the side. Turn, either stack or step your top foot. This is an everyday favorite, so you could do this again anytime as a standalone. Dangle the arm, shoulder up and back. So here, I love this because we're stretching, but we're also strengthening the upper back. So remember, it's not just stretching, but it's balancing with that strength. If you want to do the cactus variation, roll back to set up the bent arm. Elbow at the height of the shoulder is really important. Once again, stack or step, and then let your right arm dangle. You're going to feel less range of motion here, a deeper stretch here. Cue your system, all is well. Deep breath, soft eyes, soft jaw. Notice how these poses shift your mood. They also increase good circulation to the upper body. Go ahead and roll on out. So it helps, clear TMJ, headaches, dizziness, tinnitus. Sphinx pose. We're going to prop onto the elbows, the forearms, and elevate your chest. Your legs are stretching back nice and long, legs parallel. Press and then pull. So imagine pulling your hands back to your hips and lift your chest. This is lovely for great traction in your spine. You're trying to broaden your collarbones, push outward through your collarbones. If your head is craned a lot forward like this, I want you to find a spot on the floor in front of your mat and take the back of the skull back. Then walk your eyes up more to the horizon line. One more breath. And you could repeat this pose or cobra. Place your hands by your chest. Before we just pop up, I want you to lengthen the sides so your shoulders shrug. Then roll the shoulders on the back so you engage your upper back as we've practiced. Press into the hands, start to lift, and then pull as if you're trying to drag your body to the front of your sticky mat. That way, you're engaging your upper back muscles as you broaden the front. Safe opening, effective opening. One more breath here. You can go lower, you could go higher. It's totally up to you. Exhale, lengthen your way all the way down. Keep your upper back strong. Now that's the same thing we're going to do in bridge pose. So flip around onto your back body. This is strengthening our upper back. So you come, plant your feet outer hip distance. Orient your toes so they're straight to the back of the mat. That's for your low back health. And then shrug your shoulders to your ears, make fists,
Push your elbows down to puff your chest and start to lift your hips up. You can roll the shoulders underneath you, even your upper arms. Do that several times. So it's very much like a shoulder stand where no vertebrae of your spine are actually weight-bearing. Press the floor away, begin to straighten your arms and grip the edges of your sticky mat. Keep lifting your sternum, lift your chest. So you're in your upper back strength here, as well as your leg strength. You could stay there or interlace your fingers under the body now, stage 2. And again, rock the shoulders under you. Press actively down to lift actively up. Keep organizing your feet. Your awareness of your feet, your legs affects your back health. Final option, releasing the interlace with palms up. Your index fingers will come to the inner heels, inner foot there. Widen through your thumbs downward towards the mat as you press and lift. On your out breath, lower your sitting bones down so you come down with an arch in your back and keep your arms where they are. Take a big breath. And now lift your hips again, just 2 inches. Interlace your fingers and sit on your forearms. So you have the same alignment in bridge. You're putting weight on your forearms as you press your shoulders to the ground. And perhaps bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide apart. This variation of Supta Baddha Konasana. Take 2 breaths. Feel free to stay longer, or you can join me moving into Shavasana. Gather your knees, lift your seat to remove the arms, let everything soften as you stretch your body out. And don't skip this. Just take 1 minute to relax, settle in. Slow your breath. Feel the bones surrendering to the earth. Feel this heat in your upper back, this openness in the front chest. Even here with gravity, you're aligned all the way through your spine. Everything we did translates to how you can sit at your desk, how you can stand and move and walk and wait, all the things that we do when we're not on our sticky mat. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please be sure to subscribe so you never miss one of the 3 new classes we put out every week. Leave your comments. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you back again next time. Namaste.